Welcome to Gen X Unhinged live stream. It is Saturday, February 7th. My name is David Cole. Across from me is my cousin Christian Cole. Christian, how you doing?
Good morning, all. It's a wonderful Saturday. Hey, we had 73, 74 degree day yesterday. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I was like Oregon sun tanning. You know, like where you run out while there's sun, and then you run in, and then you run back out. Yeah. Yeah. Oregon sun tanning. That's what I call it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. See, we had the same temperature yesterday, but it was sunny all day. It was an incredible day. So
nice.
In Arizona, not in Oregon, in Arizona.
Right.
So
right.
So, hey, how old were you in 1981, Christian? Early 1981.
9.
Before you,
I was 9.
9. So what?
72. So 9.
Now, before your birthday, 'cause your birthday's later in the year, so you were 8 on February 7th.
Yes, I was
in 1981.
Almost 9. Exactly.
There you go. There you go. So
I was 8.5, 8 3/4. That's what I would have said then. I'm 8 3/4.
Well, I was.
That was right about the time where you and the rest of the family were timing me outside of the church because I got a new pair of shoes, and I remember that. You guys had me running around that thing for like 3 days. I'm still mad about that too.
We were just trying to get the energy out of you any way we could. So
yeah, absolutely. His ADD was real. It still is.
Well, I was 14. I was a freshman in high school, and we lived in San Diego at the time. So in 1981, February 7th, Kool and the Gang, their hit song "Celebrate" rose to #1 in 1981 on February 7th. You know that song?
Wow. Oh yeah, who
Celebrate?
Yeah.
That's a great song, right?
Oh, G-Man, throw a clip in there, just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
you know,
right.
And at the time, you know, you thought back probably about a year, and the #1 song was something like "My Sharona," and we thought that was such a cool song. But no, "Celebrate" has stood the test of time. It still is this great song that's sung a lot. You hear it in a lot of movies, a lot of shows, everything, right?
I think that the reason why that is in a lot of cases, a lot of these old songs are really good. One, they're truly talented people doing the singing.
Yeah.
Today, they're not as talented. I really believe that with auto-tune. And I mean, there's still some greats out there, but
Sure.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of false greats too. But I think it's because that when you had a hit song in the 70s and early 80s, when it was on the radio, that's all there was, man. Unless you went and bought a tape, you know, and we didn't have tape, we didn't have money for a kid, you know what I mean? We had to hear it on the radio, and that was it.
That's right.
Songs never really got overplayed. We never really hit it because, you know, when I was 9 in the 70s, you know, having a portable radio was a big deal.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you didn't hear it in the car, you heard it at home. If you were anywhere in between on your bike or whatever, you didn't hear it because Walkmans hadn't been invented yet.
That's right. Well, we are really dating ourselves there.
Yeah,
that's
all right though. That's all right. But Gen X, that's an automatic date as it is, right?
But so "Celebrate," great song. And I was thinking about, you know, we're living in a time when, you know, you and I, we've gone through some tough things in our life. Really? I mean, really tough things, just death and different things like that. And as most Gen Xers have, I'm not trying to say we're any different.
Which pales to compare. I mean, we've had roughness, but there's a lot of people that have had it a lot worse. I mean, we see it as really bad because we lived it, but there's other people who have lived much worse, you know?
Yep. But, you know, through it all, I mean, I just think it's important that we celebrate, we get excited about stuff. And I think that's what you and I have we've gotten to this place where we get excited about things like getting on a podcast or getting online and, you know, or just talking to each other, whatever. It's, you know, we celebrate. It's great.
Well, I mean, 28 million views in 28 days. That's pretty celebratory, in my opinion.
Well, sure.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean, that makes me really happy, man. You know, I mean, that means a lot of support. And, you know, like I said in the last show, when we talked about some of these bigger groups and the way they treat people, you know, I don't see this support as support for you and I. I see this as support for the Republicans, for the conservative movement in this country. Like, I don't want to say I'm getting 28 million views. I'm humble. I'm humbled by that because it's not and I know it's not about me. I know it's about the message. And that's the most important thing that I want to stay focused on. And I know you do too, is that this is
Yep.
about the message. This isn't about ego. This isn't about how great we are. None of that. This is about the message. And the message is resonating that 28 million people in 28 days resonated our content. And that means when we know what content we put out. So that means to 28 million people are into our content, which is part of the conservative movement and the God movement too. I
Yep.
mean, God is real, God is good, and
Absolutely.
I think that's why we do so well, honestly, too. I mean, because we are very faith based and we're backed on the Lord and you know,
Yep.
none of this would be possible without Him.
Right. Well, and so to bring that whole celebrate and good things happening in our life kind of full circle, in the book of John, it talks about that Jesus came to give us an abundant life. And, we've been living in abundance, with 28 million views.
Right.
Being able to get together and talk as often as we do now, and just having a great improving our relationship, and we both have really great relationships with the women in our lives, and
Yes.
we live an abundant life. I'm not saying we're rich. I'm not saying we got money. I'm saying that the things that are important in life are abundant for us, and
Right.
that's positive.
Right.
So
No, absolutely, absolutely, and it's a big deal. I mean,
yeah,
it's a really big deal, and sometimes you just got to stop and reflect. I mean, I mean,
yep,
there's people who don't have electricity in different countries.
that's
And to
right.
be honest with you, that might be a better life. Just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, with
Yeah,
abundance and creature comforts comes from stress. Hey, you know why those people in the jungle live so long? No stress.
yeah, no stress
No
except for
stress.
that elephant chasing them. Other than that,
Right,
it's
right,
piece
right,
of
but
cake.
they've been chasing them their whole lives, so, they got it. They
So,
they can stay away from them.
so speaking of jungle themes, President Trump, or at least somebody in the White House, kind of stepped in it a little bit
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
putting faces on
Hey,
animals.
it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed, but I could see where the reflection was not good.
Yeah,
I mean, but evidently Trump stepped in, he handled it, he's dealing with it. All the groups that I'm in, we've all taken it down, mostly because he said so. He said he's handling it. So, you know, let him
yeah,
handle it. He doesn't
yeah.
support it. I don't support it. And we don't support it. So,
Right, right. No, I think taking it down, and it's much ado about nothing, really. I mean, why can't we just chalk it up to, oh, somebody made a mistake there. They didn't mean anything by it. They
you
just
think
made
that's
a
all the
mistake.
Democrats have?
I know. And they've just blown this into a huge deal. And Trump said, "Hey, mea culpa, let's take it down. That wasn't the intent." So
Well, it's funny because I
anyways,
ran into that too on one of my groups. I posted something and one of the mods got back to me and they're like, hey, this seems kind of left leaning. I said, well, first of all, it's not. I mean, people just read too much into things. I mean, they really
yeah,
do. They
yeah,
really do. Hey, we got haters. We got haters, and they'll figure it out, man. If you give them the reason, they will. I posted this thing about how Germany's press is treating Trump like Hitler, and all of these things. So I posted that, and then somebody said to me, "Hey, that's not good news." I said, "I didn't say it was good news or bad news. It's just the
N-
news, and
news, yeah,
we're here for debate and for chat in these groups, and we're here to debate it. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that this is right or this is wrong. I'm just opening the floor for debate." And then one of the groups, one of the other moderators, like, "Hey, blah blah." I'm like, "Yo, this thing has 4,800 comments. Okay, people are
yeah,
debating. People
right.
are they're at least talking." And like, even Charlie Kirk said, without conversation, you have nothing.
Right. That's right. That's we need people to communicate. We got to communicate. That's how we get through this stuff.
That's
So,
correct.
uh,
That's correct.
speaking of communicating, I liked what Pete Hegseth said this week. He's like, "Hey, have you noticed there's no more boats being bombed?
Yeah,
Uh, that's because
yeah,
we got them all.
yeah, right.
That's
They
because we got them
stopped it.
all."
So that we didn't get them all. They just stopped doing it. They got FAFO'd too many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of reminds me of, Japan in World War II after the first bomb, you know? Oh, they don't do it. They won't do it again. They don't have another one. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's on you, dog. I mean, because we talked to them. We said, hey, surrender now, or we're going to send another bomb. And like, Japan's like, F you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't got another one of those. Nobody can. Okay.
And evidently, these boats really weren't fishing boats because, as far as I've heard, there's still fishing going on. So
Yes. Yeah. 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 They're
I don't
stupid.
think they are.
They have absolute no, this is the if you tell somebody that's far left wing anything, they won't research it, they'll just go with it. They will
Yeah.
go hands down, he's killing fishermen. Hey, Trump's killing fishermen. You know what I mean? Not looking at it, don't even watch the video. You know what I mean? I posted a ton of videos about that. Like I posted a
Yeah.
video one time with this kid, they're asking, why he was out. He's, oh, Trump's a racist. Well, why is that? Well, I don't know. That's what everybody's saying. So I thought I'd come out here and join. Okay. He really didn't know. He
Yeah.
really didn't know. He's like, yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Looked like a good time. So I thought I'd come hang out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Moron.
Did you see that we're not going to be able to talk about this California rail system anymore? It burnt down.
Burned down. Most expensive bridge on the planet. $34 billion bridge. Yeah. 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 I'm guessing it was probably a homeless guy moved in there and his fire got out of control.
I just what a crap. I mean, just what a terrible project from beginning
Right.
to end.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy wants to be president. The only way I can
Yeah.
see it no, I don't know. Yeah, I just, yeah, it's pretty funny, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty funny. I just,
We go from so what was it? $28 billion budgeted project.
right.
Didn't get anything done. They ran out of money,
They
so they
built a
raised
bridge.
it to a
They built a
yeah,
bridge
built
to
a bridge.
nowhere in the middle
They
of nowhere.
they raised the budget to 130 billion,
Right.
and thankfully some cooler heads at the federal level are like, we're not giving you any more money,
Right. Because
and
you're
now
not
it
doing
burnt down.
anything.
And now it burnt down.
Right. Right.
Only California. Only California.
So now what the real thing will be is will they get permits and all that stuff cleaned up and be able to start building that back before the Palisades victim get their stuff done? That's what I want to know. I'm watching
Yeah.
for that. Hey,
Well,
let them
look,
start work on that thing. We're going to keep up on. I'm going to stay all over this. If he gets that permitted and they start working on that and they start fixing it, why are you fixing it? Why are you, there's no reason. Just go tear it down. Just go tear it
yes.
down. Hey, you effed it up. You're a moron. The whole Democratic Party up there in government, you're all fucking morons. You're all on the take. You're all stealing us blind. Hey, cat's out of the bag. Get out of there. Get out of there. All of you needs to we got to vote him out, man. We got to vote him out.
Well, thankfully, Newsom will not be governor next year. We know that for sure.
And
he will not be governor.
Be president. He will
Yeah,
not be president.
he will not be president.
He's a worse candidate. I really believe that he is a worse candidate than Kamala Harris. I got the strongest. I got to be honest with you, and it kills me to say it. The strongest Democrat that has been up for president was Hillary Clinton. She was the only one. She was the only one she was horrible person, but she was capable of running this country. And I believe, I don't support her at all because she's
evil.
Evil. She's just evil. She's just evil. But she was the one that was out of all of them since 2016, she was the only one that has been qualified to run this country, even over Biden. And I don't support her at all. In fact, I hope she goes to jail forever. But my point is that they have no quality. Look, and now they don't control the narrative anymore. They don't have any money. They don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. The DNC is about to claim bankruptcy. And the funny thing is you got all these politicians that stole all this money. Why don't you give some back to the DNC? Why don't you give some back? Give it back to the DNC. Save your party. But no. Oh, no. No,
Yeah.
not happening. Not happening.
There's another politician, another Democratic politician, Ayanna Pressley. She's a U.S. House
Oh
of
yeah,
Representative
yeah. Hey,
from Massachusetts, Democrat.
brilliant investor. Brilliant.
Brilliant
I mean,
investor.
brilliant investor. 80,000 to 8 million in 3 years. Yeah, there's no insider trading going on there. And then Jeffries, there was another thing where Jeffries was walking in and they were asking him about it. Jeffries like, that's an overinflated right-wing media propaganda. That's not happening. And the question was, do you believe in insider stock trading to be shut down for people within the House and the Senate? And his response was, oh, you're talking about those overinflated numbers? No, we're talking about the fact that you guys have insider trading. That's what we're talking about. It's not a right-wing conspiracy. It's fact. It's fact. Okay? There's no law against it. They're not breaking the law. So why wouldn't they do that? It's like Trump and his taxes. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you do that? I gotta tell you, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen on television. I don't know if you ever saw it, but
Oh yeah.
Rachel Maddow made this big deal about having Trump's taxes. Do you remember that? And then the guy came on. He's like, he's got to get a better accountant. I could have saved him way more. I was dying. I was dying. I was like, oh my God, did you really just say that right now? So yeah, dude, it was great. It was great. It was great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another set of videos that's getting a lot of pressure, getting a lot of play right now, is Obama talking about immigration, Clinton, Bill Clinton talking about immigration, Hillary Clinton talking about immigration. Did you know that even Ronald Reagan talked about illegal immigration?
Oh, sure. I'm sure.
This is not a new topic.
The Democrats cared about. This is the thing. Biden, then the auto pin. So Barack Obama took over the White House by not swearing his hand on the Bible. So I'm not gonna. We all know that story, okay?
Right.
He allowed to open the borders, and yes, this is the deal. We all, Obama, he deported 4 million. How many did he let in?
Yeah.
We don't know. We just know what he got rid of. If you fill a bucket with 38 million gallons of water and you take 4 million out, 5 million out, that looks like a big deal. You don't know the original sum, number one. And number two, so he does that. Then Trump comes in, and then even Hillary Clinton against Trump was talking about immigration.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So Biden didn't. Biden didn't talk about it at all because they knew they were going to steal the election, Dave. They knew they were going to. They knew, and so you have all these people in the Democratic Party that they hate this country. They hate this country. So they're like, well, we could destroy the country and I can get rich in the process and I'll go live in Morocco. It's just, and that's what happened. We can't, you have to be a natural born citizen to run for government in this country, Dave. You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to be on the American way of life, how can you govern it? How can you govern it? It's like a white guy trying to tell a black guy how to live in downtown New York when he's from the beach in Miami. It doesn't. They don't correlate. There's no correlation. There's two different lives, completely. So that's just an opinion.
Well, but then also another clip that's been going around is the one where Tom Homan was recognized by President Obama for his outstanding. Exactly.
Yeah.
For his outstanding service in getting rid of illegal immigrants.
Right.
So at one point he was the amazing person for the Democratic Party, Tom Homan, and now he's this terrible person when Trump's in charge.
Right. Until what happened until that video started swirling around, then all of a sudden we hate Kristi Noem.
Yeah.
Right now it's all about Kristi Noem now. All of it. And you know why? It's because she's beautiful and they're haters. And she's really good at her job. I don't care. She's really good at her job.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But the old
It
people like my dad, they're like, she doesn't need to be wearing that hat. And blah. I'm like, okay, so she can't control the border because she wears a hat? I mean, well, she's got makeup on. Okay, you're not allowed to wear makeup either? I mean, come on, you know what you talk about? And that's the thing about these boomers, man. These boomers, I'm telling you, they will find anything to complain about. I don't care what it is. They will find something negative in everything. It's like a Democrat and Trump. No matter what they do, that generation, man, they'll find it. They'll find negativity. You know what I mean? Oh, it's beautiful. It's 74 outside. Yeah, but it's a little windy, and they think it's going to be raining next month.
Yeah. There's gonna be rain later in a week or
Right,
two.
right, in a week or two. Okay, so you want to worry about that now?
Yeah.
My wife calls it my wife calls it pre-bitching. All right?
There you
It's
go.
when you complain about something that hasn't happened yet, but you're bitching about it now. It's called
Yeah.
pre-bitching. You know what I mean? You know,
That's
if this
perfect.
person comes over and says this to me, I'm gonna da 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 da. That's pre-bitching. That's
That's
pre-complaining.
pre-bitching.
Not only that, you're pre-complaining about something that may not even happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now we're in a whole fight. And hey, not a fight, but it's really funny. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that I really like to do is that there'll be times where things will happen, and other men out here they'll associate with this. Is if you just be quiet, a woman can start, stop, finish an argument all at the same time without you saying a word. They'll start a
Yeah, I
fight.
have no comment on that.
Yeah, yeah. See, I guess you're afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm just gonna be quiet. She'll argue with herself, and then it'll all be over, and then be good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Hey,
get in
you
trouble
watch
for
it?
that.
You watching the Super Bowl this weekend on
No, I'm
Sunday?
gonna watch the halftime show though.
The halftime show. You
Yeah.
mean Bad Bunny?
Oh yeah, count on that one. The only way I would watch Bad Bunny is if Trump sent in ICE and arrested his ass on the stage. Okay, I would pay for that. How are you going to be an immigrant from another country and stand in front of a camera and say, "Ice out, ice out," or
I,
what? We're not in your country, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And then Billy Irish, we're on stolen land. So the Indians, we'll
yeah,
take our
yeah.
land back then. Why don't you get out? That's so stupid. It's so stupid. The whole premise of it is that, dude, celebrities are retarded. I'm telling you,
They
they live. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
weird.
So you gonna watch the TPUSA halftime show with Kid Rock?
Absolutely. I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
log I'm probably gonna log in literally with everything I have, so it gets a different view. My goal is for that halftime show to get more views than the actual Super Bowl because that would be awesome.
There's
Awesome.
there's 100 devices in this one house in Lodi. We don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Hey, it doesn't matter. I'm calling my friends. Hey, log in. Hey, if you're at home tomorrow, just log in. You don't even got to watch the dang thing. Just log in and give them the numbers. Just give them the numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch Seattle anyway. No one ever likes them. I don't even, who's
Oh,
the other
I'm rooting
team?
for wait, Pacific Northwest. I'm rooting for Seattle this year. So there are people that like Seattle.
No, that's because you're an Oregonian and you guys don't have a team. So you're bandwagoning on the Seattle train right now. Right?
Well, what choice do we have?
Not watch, not care.
I mean, well, I don't care. I mean, well, that's not true. I don't want New England to win because they've won enough, but that's not the right attitude either. No, I don't
Right.
like New England. So,
Yeah.
that's all right. I'll probably watch it, but I'm going to watch the Kid Rock halftime show or whatever it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That'll be a lot more fun.
Right.
That'll be
Right.
a lot more fun.
Boring this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And this is the thing. What they've done is they've politicized the NFL to the point where I don't even want to watch it. I don't want to see the commercials. I don't care because they're so biased and liberal and bullshit. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Let's just go back to the way commercials were. It's so scripted now. Commercials are so scripted. They got to have the black guy in the gay community. They got to have the gay people. They got to have the black gay people. I mean, which is fine, but we're used to that anyway. So when you're
Yeah.
going so far out of your way, that to me is you're appeasing. You're appeasing people. You know, commercials how they used to be, they were made for a target audience, right? They were made
Right.
for a target audience. Now we're targeting our ads to literally 3 to 5% of the community. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And 3 to 5% of the country are not sitting there going, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Bed Bath and Beyond because they put a lesbian in their commercial." They were
Exactly.
going anyway, you know what I mean? And they look at the only people that were ever offended by these commercials were liberal white women. That's it. That's all that's ever been offended. I mean, look what they did to Aunt Jemima Sura. You know what I mean? Look what they did to the Kansas City, the whatchamacallit, the Commanders, or they used to the Redskins.
Oh, the Redskins. Yeah.
Come
Washington.
on, man. Like,
Yeah.
for real? The whole
That
Redskins debacle, do you know that cost did you know that move cost a tribe in Washington, D.C. all their, because that was their grandfather.
yeah.
It was their grandfather on the sticker. I mean, come on, man. It's just, hey, what happens when you're run by a bunch of bitches? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, then you go the other way and you get Cracker Barrel. Do you know Cracker Barrel?
Right.
They tried to do it and they lost tons of money and they had to go back to
Tons of
their old
money.
way of
Tons of
life.
money. Bud Light's pulling out of California. What
Saw
was another
that.
one we saw? There was another big one that's pulling out. It was a rumor about Walmart, but they ain't going nowhere.
They
They're,
aren't
you
going
know,
anywhere.
there's too many of them. You know, they're building bigger stores, so they're not going anywhere. Well, because they survive on EBT.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
They
there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not saying, hey,
no, no.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that would be a bad business move for them to pull out. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And they're a corporation and they at least do it right. I mean, you got all over this state, man. Hey, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, you can't buy with an EBT card in this state. Nothing. Nothing. You could buy drugs, you can get cash, you could get anything you want. You just got to have the right to know the right people, you know? Or
Yeah.
people sell their cards all the time. There was a restaurant that was just busted a few months ago. You know, they would go to people and they would buy they buy it for, 35, 40 cents on the dollar, take the card, get the pin, and they were supplying the restaurant,
Yeah.
you know? And it's not right, but who's it not right for? The family that you gave the money to, they used the money for whatever it was cash. It wasn't designed for that. I don't know. I don't know. It's fraud as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
I want to talk about a happy note to end on. So I know that financial stuff is always of interest to me, and so this week the Dow Jones Industrial Average went over 50,000 for the first time ever, and
Wow.
Trump jumped all over that, rightfully so, because he's just been nailed for tariffs and all this stuff, saying it was going to kill the economy, it was going to kill America, and they said you may get to 50,000, but it's going to probably take till the end of your term to get there. He did it in a year, you
Right.
know,
Well, because the
and
tariffs were going to destroy everything. Remember?
they're going to destroy everything.
We're
That
all
hasn't
going to go
happened.
broke. No one's going to have any money. We're all going to be living in a van down by the river. Remember that?
I
Man,
do.
they are so full of shit. They lie about everything. Literally lie about everything. And at some point, smart people like your friends are gonna have to smarten up, Dave. They're gonna have to smarten up and see the light, man. Just see the light. It's
Yeah.
right in front of you. I'm not trying to swing you. I'm just trying to say, come on, man. Those
Yeah.
people voted for this gas tax. I guarantee that guy voted for Kotex, and I guarantee you that's why you're getting a gas tax. If you
Well,
vote
we
in
may not be.
you may not. No.
We may not be.
You're working on it. I agree. But
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you go to the ballot box this year in the midterms and you vote, you are voting to increase your taxes. Do not let them bullshit you. These are the facts. There are the facts. They're hands down, not fake news. Look it up. Look at what's her name over there in is it Pennsylvania or the lady where they just did the redistricting where she was supposed to
Virginia.
be Virginia, she was a moderate. Man, she ain't no
Yeah.
moderate. They
Yeah.
lie, people. They lie. And you know why they lie? Because they don't have to tell the truth, because they cheat. Just look at Georgia. You know, hey, it's all coming around, brother. It's all coming around.
It is. And so you mentioned the gas tax in Oregon. So the governor is now trying to get the gas tax that she just tried to push through without a vote that got 250,000 signatures to have it put on the ballot. She's trying to have it moved to the May primary ballot because not as many people vote. And usually people that are more up on issues vote in that one so that she can get it through. And the Republicans are saying, no, we
I know
did this. We're pushing to the November govern when we vote for a new governor. So
right, and that's a bullshit lie right in itself. She
Yeah.
doesn't want her name next to that thing on the primary ballot. That's what she
right.
doesn't want. She
That's
doesn't
right.
care about the votes on it. Honest to God, she just doesn't want them together, because she knows
That's exactly right.
250,000 people that will be reminded what she did to them. That's what she's trying to do. That's a political strategic move there. It's not about
Yep.
keeping the tax. It's about keeping that off the ballot next to her name. In
Yep.
fact,
And
they should change the ballot to, what's her name? Gas tax Kotex. That's what she should have on. So everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Yep. All right.
You
Well,
know?
we've rambled on. Let's give us some thank yous to some people, and let's
Hey, thanks to
move
all the
on.
admins. Like I said, 28 million views, 28 days. Thank you guys all. The admins are going crazy. 18,000. I know it's not 100,000, and I know it's not a million, but hey, it doesn't matter. There's people in that group that are patriots. They are part of the conservative movement. They are all Gen X, and our moderators, they do, our moderators and admins, they do a great job.
They
I
do.
added Rob. He's a new guy. I've been talking to him a little bit. Seems like a great guy, great patriot. You know, Robert's still there. Ken's still there. We have Karen now. She's really good. You know, I mean, we have some really good moderators. Hey, and answer the questions. You're going to give Robert a heart attack. Okay. If you come to the group, just answer the question. Robert is going to have a heart attack. Okay.
I saw that
You don't
post.
like that guy. Hey, and he is a great guy. He really is. But man, just answer the question. I don't want. Come on now. Come on. Just answer the question. It's real easy. No, yes. Real easy. The reason why we do that is because bots don't answer questions. Okay. That's why we do it. So just to let you know, please answer the question. That's all we care about. Just for Rob's health, for Robert's health, please answer the question. G-Man, great show. Just got last week's live reproduced. I'll be putting that up later with clips. Hey, guys, thank you all. Really, thank you all for listening to us bullshit. Sorry, but that's what you do. That's what we do. And you know what? But we talk real things. We talk real life. And, you know, hopefully I'll be seeing you guys here. Get this bus going. So, hey, God bless you all. God bless America. And God bless Donald Trump for what he's doing. And back to you, Dave.
God bless America. Have a great day.
Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by cdpfirearmsllc.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast.